Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today, or yesterday even, I got an email from CCP to confirm that I have been accepted into the partner program. So I am celebrating at the moment. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that supported me for the last 6 months. It's been an incredible journey to get to where I've got to, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So to the subscribers, the watchers, the lurkers, and everybody else, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that has given me any kind of support, posted, asked questions, given me ideas for videos, etc. So a big thank you to everybody. So at the start of December, CCP will be giving us a package of skins to distribute. Now, as you guys have gotten me here, I want to hear some ideas from you guys how you would like to see them distributed. Bearing in mind, I can't give them to subscribers or behind a paywall, etc. So everybody has to have an equal chance of being able to claim one of these skins. So if you've got any good ideas or any ideas whatsoever on how you would like to see them distributed, then I am all ears at the moment. I have a few ideas, but it'd be interesting to hear what you guys have to say. And again, as you guys have supported me, it seems fair to give you a voice in how this is going to happen. So all in all, for the next 6 months, I'm probably going to continue to roughly do what I'm doing at the moment. So the industrial stuff, spotted by news, etc., trading, research, etc., and anything else that I feel is worthy to bring to your attention at the time. So again, let me know what you think to that, because obviously by doing more of the industry and the research stuff, I am going to start to repeat on some of the things I've already covered. So I will also be covering some other aspects of EVE, i.e. some PvP, but again, it's going to be base level PvP. I'm not going to be doing many videos on actual PvP. That's not to say that I won't do any, but it's not going to be an area that I'm going to particularly concentrate on. As I said, I think the strength for me lies in the industry stuff, and again, I think it's one of the more complex parts, but I will go into, so say, some other base level stuff within EVE, as well as obviously concentrating mostly on the industry stuff. So things I'm generally doing at the moment are, I'm doing quite a lot of trading, or more trading at the moment, due to the mineral scarcity, etc., and all that's going on with that. I'm currently in the process of copying some blueprints, and that is because at the moment I have blueprints that are, well, selling for less than they actually cost. So if we look at this one here for 915 million ISK, you can almost get a fully researched BPO for less than the actual estimated buy price, which is, yeah, so I'm basically not going to be selling it below what it costs to actually buy it. So at the moment I'm making some copies, etc., and I'm going to play around with selling copies. Now it's not something I do a great deal other than freighter copies, so again, it's another area that I'm going to be exploring. I'm also playing around with Cosmos missions, trying to find a good way of making them a good source of income. I'm messing around with faction warfare as well at the moment to, again, work out good ways of making good income from faction warfare. So there's many areas at the moment that I'm exploring for you guys to try and work out best ways of making ISK as easy as possible, as well as obviously the industrial manufacturing side of the game as well. And there's also numerous little ways as well that I'm working on or practicing or trying out just to try and find better ways of making ISK for you guys. So as I said, some of the information will be being repeated. There is obviously new stuff on the horizon that I'm working on in order to keep things fresh and exciting and give you new ideas and ways of making ISK. So I think we'll leave it there for the general channel update. Again, if you have any ideas or things that you'd like to share or anything that you would like me to cover, etc., then please don't hesitate to ask. I will do my best to cover it in as much depth as I can. So at the moment I am trading and doing other bits and bobs. I'm not going to go into what I'm trading at the moment because it's going quite nicely for me and I don't want to spoil that just yet, so you'll have to wait for that update, I'm afraid. But in regards to Warclone blanks, now obviously the event has ended and you can see obviously the huge drop off in numbers being sold here, but there are still 3,000-4,000 being sold a day at the moment, and the price is quite a lot lower than it was, so the profit is obviously a lot higher. I've got about 2,000 of these currently that I will need to ship to Delve in the coming weeks, but I'm trying to get my hands on a few more just to make the trip more worthwhile. These can still be sold in Delve at the moment and will be available from the end of the event for 365 days, so we've still got huge amounts of time left. And as you can see here on the market, there are still a good number. There's a few thousand there still being sold for 921,000 ISK even. So people have still got stocks of these things, and they are slowly but surely trickling in. So again, it's still very good ISK to be made if you can get your hands on a decent amount, or enough that it's worthwhile travelling to Delft to get rid of them. And as I finish that sentence, I just received 17 more. Now obviously it does take quite a while now in order to get your hands on a decent amount, but again, they are trickling in. Now, as I said, I am doing a bit of trading. I'm not doing a huge amount of trading at the moment. I'm practicing on some items that I possibly wouldn't think about doing ordinarily. But I saw a post on the Evo forums of people posting profits that they'd made from trading in the last year, and some people were posting spreadsheets, etc., stating that they'd made 500 billion ISK. And initially, my first reaction was, bollocks, not a chance. And then when I've sat down and thought about it again, I don't like to just rubbish stuff out of hand, because obviously, you know, a lot of people do it with my stuff. I show you what I'm making, etc., and a lot, you know, I get comments of people saying, you can't make that, you can't do that. And, you know, I do it day in and day out, so I don't like to push over someone's idea, but I do like to give it some thought and to try and dissect it to see whether, you know, they've exaggerated their results or it is something that is actually attainable. And you can obviously make a huge amount of ISK doing trading. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that is just there. Now, by the end of that sentence, it sounds like the drink's starting to kick in, so I do apologise for the the slurring or whatever you want to call that. But yeah, I don't know whether they're selling blueprints in regards to Tech 2 blueprints, etc., or how they're getting their results. But again, I thought I'd give it a bit of a try and see what kind of results I can make. And although I'm getting nowhere near that, I'm not doing it particularly heavily at the moment at all. Again, I've just dipped my toe into it lightly, and it's something that I might go into full on in the coming weeks or months. Again, just to either back up the claims or to, you know, give you some information. Again, I have made good profits over the years doing trading, but obviously things have changed quite a lot in this scene with the change in broker fees, the change in skills, etc. So it's harder than it used to be, but again, it doesn't mean that it's impossible. I still think it's a high claim from 500 billion to 1 trillion ISK a year from trading, but again, watch this space. I'll see if it, or whether I can get anywhere near that. Now, that's not to say that I'm the best trader in the world, and again, I've said this before, I'm not fantastic at any specific part of the game, and again, I don't claim to be. I'm just putting the information out there that I do to you guys, and you can improve on the techniques, etc., that I have and do. And if you want to share them techniques, if you find them and they're better than mine, then please do. I'm all ears and always open to new suggestions. Something I'm toying with, again, it's an idea in progress, or it's an idea on the board at the moment, that I may open up a investment fund of some description. So if you are leaving Eve for any amount of time, that if you have any liquid ISK, then, you know, this is going to sound dodgy, but you can transfer it to me and I will use it to trade, etc., in regards to either buying items, saving items, or actively trading, etc. And how this will generally work is I'll give you a percentage of the profits from the month, etc. If I leave game for whatever reason, then obviously I will return the liquid ISK plus any profits that I've made to you. And if you are to return to the game at any time, then obviously you are able to request your ISK that you have lent me for immediately. So again, let me know what you think to that. I'm not 100% sure. It's a lot of extra hassle for me, but again, it could be handy for you guys that are either leaving the game for a short amount of time or for an extended amount of time, or again, just whatever reason that potentially your ISK could be making you at least something from the investments that I make. So if there is any decent interest in that, then obviously I'll knock together a better plan than just a few spoken words. I'll put something more in writing that you can read, etc. More of a business plan, and how and when you get your ISK back, what kind of returns you're possibly looking at, you know, if ever, and so on from there really. So again, let me know what you think, whether, you know, anybody would be interested in that. I know there's a lot of people going on breaks at the moment from Eve for numerous different reasons. So again, let me know what you think. It's again on the board at the moment, so again it's not set in stone and I haven't decided on it. Again, as I said, it could be quite a lot of work, but it could be quite a lot of fun, and if I do get bored of doing it, I can always just return the ISK to you, and yeah, we'll go from there, screenshots, etc. So there's no problems arising from that. So as I said, it's been an exciting couple of months. Really happy that you guys have supported me and come along for the journey. There's been some ups and downs, don't get me wrong, and again, it's not always easy. Recording videos every couple of days is kind of taxing and does have its moments where I sometimes just can't be bothered. But, you know, again, I force myself to do it. It's 11:15 at the moment. Thankfully it's Saturday, but obviously I do have a full-time job and the rest of it, and a family and dogs and children, etc. So, you know, again, trying to find time. I find myself talking and theory crafting more than actually playing the game at the moment, which again I don't necessarily unenjoy or disjoy or whatever, but yeah, it can be taxing, and again it's not always easy. So the support from you guys has been outstanding and is outstanding, and again I want to thank each and every one of you. So watch this space, keep your eyes open and peeled. There will be giveaways coming. Again, all suggestions are very much appreciated in regards to that. In regards to the fund, again, any suggestions or thoughts on that would be much appreciated. Whether you think it's a good idea, whether again you'd be horribly opposed to the idea, let me know either way. Again, I'm always happy to hear the suggestions in one way or another. And so might as well finish it. Thanks for your time, thanks for listening, and talk to you again soon.